Hey guys, so I actually run my own digital marketing agency, and I started about 3 months ago. And over the course of 3 months, I managed to learn how to go from $0 investment and no profit over to having multiple clients who are each paying me more than $1,000 a month. And today I wanted to share with you guys a couple pieces of information that you can use and a couple skills you need to learn before you try to get up to here. Because when I first started, I didn't have most of these skills, and over the course of a couple years, I've actually been building up these skills up to be able to basically manage this firm on my own without any other people yet. So let's go ahead and just get to it. In order of least importance, the fourth skill that you guys are going to have to learn, which is like the least important, but it's still relatively a good idea to start learning, would be to learn SEO and to learn PPC. So basically SEO is your whole organic ranking thing with Google, where you can basically write tons of content on your blog part of your site, or just make a bunch of pages on your site that have your included keywords. I'm gonna make another video breakdown of that too, but SEO is that, and then pay-per-click, which is just going into Google Ads and basically making a campaign for your client and getting them onto the front page of Google by paying money. So that's a little bit less cost effective than SEO, because SEO obviously you don't have to really pay any money towards, it's just your time. However, they're still very important to get into. Once your agency starts to grow, you guys can just outsource that, get somebody else in a third world country who doesn't have a lot of labor costs to do that for you. But when you're first starting out, that's definitely something you need to invest in and spend a lot of your time learning how to do that, because when you start going into clients in person, that's a lot of the things that I find myself selling specifically to local businesses, because they don't know how to get ranked. They don't know, like, obviously they're focusing their time into getting the most internal operations. If, like, let's say theoretically a pizza joint or something is trying to make the best quality pizza, the owner's really not focusing as much on how to get ranked on Google. That's not the first thought on their head, because they are very busy people. You have to keep that in mind. So definitely focus on SEO and PPC, because people like that need those services. So that's something that you can offer. You guys need to learn web design for sure. That is one that I highly push onto people who are starting their own agencies, and a lot of my people that I mentor, I tell them to learn web design, because not only are you going to be building sites for your clients, but you're also going to be building sites for yourself. So I built my own personal website, my XYZ marketing agency website, from scratch myself, and that's something that you definitely should consider doing also. You're going to have to learn how to market yourself before you learn how to market anybody else, and I highly suggest building a site. It literally cost me, I think, $9 a month for hosting, and the domain name was $15. So realistically, you can probably get in and get a site and all that with very, very minimal investment, like the cost of a couple 4x4s from Wendy's. You guys don't have any excuses as to not get that. But yeah, definitely get into web design. Learn just more. I would say learn more about the actual structure and the graphic elements than learn like the HTML code. Like, you can do websites on Wix or other services, even though that's kind of a beginner type thing. You can definitely get like the graphics and the layouts that you want, and just do a little bit of custom editing. However, the code is not super important anymore, because now it's more about like the design, the layout, like I said. In the future, definitely get into HTML if you can, but like I said, it's not as important anymore. Mostly it's about the appearance and the operations of the site, and I guess you would save money if you went with another service that's not Wix, but Wix, Squarespace, whichever. Cool. So on to the next thing. So I actually started this way with this upcoming skill. I've been doing it for tons and tons of years. I actually wanted to do this and pursue it as a career. So video editing and storytelling, and basically the whole filmmaker brand of stuff. That's what I wanted to do. But in marketing, that's super important, just because when you're making advertisements, when you're making, you're making Facebook ads, or you're making a Google ad campaign, or anything that you're doing in the whole broad marketing umbrella term, you're going to be utilizing storytelling. So what do I mean by that? So basically, going back to 16-year-old me, making short films and whatnot, the art of storytelling is what's super important to marketing, because every single thing you do on the internet, every single ad that you run on Facebook has an objective, and you're going to try to get that by either telling a story or by using other types of ethical, logical, emotional appeal, and you basically craft that storytelling message around those types of devices that you want to use to convert your audience. So if I'm making a video ad that's targeting kids in college, and I want to make them I want to touch on a pain point of them of losing their jewel then I can make an ad that shows people getting upset about losing their jewel, like the emotional, the sadness, the anger of losing your jewel. And that is how I would convert an audience like that. But you have to make a video thinking about those things. Anyway, besides the point, learn storytelling and also learn a powerful editing program like Adobe Premiere. That's what I grew up on. I think I started on iMovie or something. I'm sure you could use that too, but Adobe Premiere and storytelling, that's definitely what you guys need to get into, because a lot of the services you're going to be doing in the future are going to be very creative services. And obviously you can go whichever direction you want with your agency, but what's going to make you guys the most money is being able to offer a couple different services like that, as well as running the ads themselves. So if you can do the entire thing from A to Z, basically offer the hosting of the ad, the running, the management, but also the creative side of things, that's going to get you the most money. So yeah, that's all I have to say about storytelling. Like I said, I definitely will make another video just about storytelling, even though obviously I'm not a professional, but I have done a ton of different short films, done a ton of different advertisements, and I kind of branched out into the marketing world after getting started just making purely for fun videos. Okay, on to the next one, guys. This is the most important skill you can ever learn in marketing, by far. There is no comparison. So sales skills easily is the #1 thing. And the reasoning behind that is because all of your services, you know, all your packages, your monthly retainers, your flat rate fees, they're all stuff you have to sell to people. So you basically stand alone by yourself are going to be able to master all the various kind of pitches and the cold calls, and when you walk in and meet with clients, you need to be able to sell yourself. You need to be able to sell your tier 1, your tier 2, your tier 3 packages, which include whatever you want. You need to memorize exactly what you can do, but don't undersell yourself too, because that's one of the things I got myself into when I first started, is I undersold my packages and undersold my services. When I first started, I offered web design for $500. And I'm not sure if you're familiar, but that is way too cheap, because in this industry, a good website might take you 40 hours of work. And realistically, I wasn't going to value myself as what is that, like $12 an hour. That's ridiculous for me. So definitely work on your sales skills. I got very lucky, and I was working in a very sales forward job. I was working at Geek Squad for Best Buy, and you know, they taught me how to sell their packages. There's like a tech support plan that I learned how to sell really well, and luckily enough, that package, that yearly fee or whatever, is very, very similar to my monthly fee. So you kind of get used to the whole selling things based off of emotional appeal, bringing them in more customers, use various tactics. You ask them like how much they're putting in on advertising now, like there's a bunch of other things. Anyway, so just to wrap up real quick, the fourth most important thing is going to be SEO and PPC, so SEO and Google AdWords. Third most important thing is going to be web design, very important. You have to build your own website, build other people's websites, get on it. Okay, second most important thing is definitely going to be video editing and storytelling. Unmatched, definitely get into it, or in the future get somebody who knows what they're doing with storytelling and video editing. And first most important thing is going to be sales skills. Definitely get your sales skills up. If you don't take anything from this video, definitely learn how to do your sales skills. That is going to be pretty crazy for you. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I taught you a little bit of insight about how to build your agency from the ground up. Like I said, I'm not where I want to be yet. My next goal I want to get to is going to be 6 figures. I'm almost there. Obviously in the future you want to outsource some of these things. You want to start to hire people who can do SEO, hire people who can do web design and video editing and so on and so forth. But when you first start off, you know, if you're only making $1,000 a month from a client, or $2,000 a month for 2 clients, you kind of want to be doing some of this stuff on your own, because for most people, you know, if you're doing $2,000 a month, that's enough to live on. But if you're doing $2,000 a month and you're paying $1,000 for other people to do the rest of the work for you, that's nice because your time is more free, but you're not going to have enough money to live on that. So when you first start, you're going to be doing almost everything yourself, but in a year from then, most likely you're not going to be doing anything. You're going to be managing, and obviously that's where you want to get to as the business owner and as the owner of the agency. But it's crazy to me to think that there are people who own agencies like this and don't know anything about SEO, don't know anything about Facebook ads, or about all these other things. You need to learn the fundamentals if you're going to hire somebody to do it for you, just so you can check their quality of work, you can make sure that they're doing the right things, you can make sure that your clients are happy. So yeah, definitely you'll be hearing some follow-ups with me about my agency and how my progress is. I want to get to $100,000 by the end of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been XYZ Marketing Agency. My name is Michael Hernandez. Take care, you guys. Wish you the best of luck with your agencies.